Hey financial warriors, welcome to the show. Now, a few weeks ago, I made a video about the Terra ecosystem and Anchor protocol, where you can earn up to a 20% interest rate for staking your stablecoins. Now, within the Terra ecosystem, there are two coins. You have Luna, which is a regular crypto, fluctuates in value, and you have UST or USD Terra, okay, which is a stable coin, and it is supposed to be pegged 1-to-1 with the US dollar. Supposed to be. Well, you may have noticed over the last few weeks, the Terra ecosystem has collapsed, with Luna falling from around $100 to $0. Actually zero, it is worth nothing now. And UST falling well below its peg of 1-to-1 with the US dollar. So in this video, instead of trying to cover up my previous video saying, who'd invest in that? What an idiot. I'd never invest in that. No, instead of doing that, I'm going to show you how much money I lost in this whole crash. And do remember that this is not representative of my portfolio as a whole. I have a diversified portfolio of many different crypto coins, including the main, more stable ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. And then I also have a stock portfolio, real estate holdings. I am very diversified, so this is only a small portion. And many of the things I invest in are much safer than the Terra ecosystem. And if you're into investing, which you probably are since you're watching this video, you can currently get 5 free stocks for signing up for the investing app Webull and depositing any amount into your account. The minimum value of all 5 stocks together is $27, but each one could be valued up to $3,000. Luck of the draw, what you get. Webull is, of course, the amazing commission-free investing app where you can invest in stocks, you can buy cryptos, basically some of the main ones like Ethereum, Bitcoin, much safer than the Terra ecosystem. You can even open an IRA on Webull. And this 5 free stocks promotion, it's going to be around until May 16th. That I know for a fact. They might extend it, but I don't know whether they will or not. So if you want it, be quick. Link below. Anyway, let's get into Terra and UST and we'll go through how much I actually lost. So UST is a stablecoin. It is supposed to be pegged to the US dollar 1-to-1, but unlike other stablecoins such as Tether or USDC, Gemini dollar, etc., it has no actual reserves to back it up, okay? It is known as an algorithmic stablecoin. The system worked where to create 1 UST, you would burn $1 worth of the sister token Luna. And it would also work the other way around, where you could create Luna by burning UST. Now, the idea was that if UST deviated either above or below its $1 peg, investors and traders could burn Luna to create UST or burn UST to create Luna, and they would pocket the difference in price, but this adjustment of the supply would actually bring UST either back up or back down to that exact US dollar peg of 1-to-1. Now, under normal market conditions, that worked, but with increased volatility in the stock market, the crypto market, inflation, etc., there have been complications. Some even say it looked like a coordinated attack against the Terra ecosystem, with an attacker unloading hundreds of millions of dollars worth of UST in order to force the Terra organization to sell its Bitcoin reserves so that it could maintain the US dollar peg without the sister token Luna totally tanking. Then, because they'd sold so much Bitcoin, that would cause the price of Bitcoin to tank, and this attacker supposedly made over $800 million on a Bitcoin short position that they had set up in preparation for the whole thing. It's been compared to George Soros shorting the British pound back in the 90s. I'll put a link to that Twitter thread in a pinned comment below if anyone wants to check it out. It is pretty interesting how they think this attacker went about it. But anyway, the Terra organization failed to shore up the price of Luna, and it actually fell all the way to zero. Like, literally, it is worthless right now. So how much money did I lose? Because I was invested in both of these, both Luna and UST. Let's first talk about Luna. Here is my actual holding on Gemini. I hold 4.25 coins and my average buy price is $51, which means I put in $216. It rose to about $400 at one point as Terra hit over $100 per coin, but now it's fallen all the way to zero. Now let's look at my UST holdings on Anchor Protocol. They're still staked, earning 20% interest, but 20% of not much is not much. Anyway, I have 977 coins. I'd put in 974, and I've been earning half a UST in interest per day since the interest rate is 18 to 20%. It fluctuates, but one UST coin is now worth 22 cents at the time of writing, so my holdings are now worth just $214. Now, if I bought the insurance that I talked about in my previous video, because there is an insurance where you could insure your money in Anchor Protocol against UST losing its peg, all right? Should have done that, all right? But I didn't, because I was only putting in $1,000, and for me, it made more sense to just get as close to a 20% return as possible rather than sacrificing about 6 to 8 percentage points and getting a much lower return, because there are safer ways. If you want to get around a 10% return, 12% return on your crypto, there are other ways that you can do that. If I'd put in, say, $10,000 or more, for me, it would have made sense to buy the insurance and accept a lower interest rate. So how much money did I lose in total? Well, if you talk about how much my holdings have dropped from their high, I lost $1,163. However, my holdings had risen quite a bit since I put money in. So if you talk about just the amount of money I've lost from the amount of money I spent buying these coins, I've lost $964. And guys, that's how it is with these super volatile investments. You know, cryptos, other than the really mainstream ones like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but those smaller coins, they just go up and down like this. It's crazy. NFTs are like the same. You've got to be ready for the price to go down to zero, okay? You have to kind of accept that. Do not put your life savings in something like this, all right? Absolutely not. So there are the incredible trades, like the time I turned $50 into $1,000 with Shiba Inu coin, or the time I turned $1,000 into $10,000 on Tesla stock. Those are the ones you're gonna tell your friends about in the bar. But at the same time, there are the trades like this where you put in $1,000 and it goes to literally zero. But as long as your life savings are invested in something much more stable, which has delivered an inflation-adjusted 8% return for like the last 90 years or whatever the statistic is, or US government I-bonds, or the Gemini dollar, which is backed up 1-to-1 by US dollars, for example, and you can earn good interest rates on, you're okay. And then if you want to invest 5 or 10% of your portfolio into something more risky, go ahead. Or maybe don't, because that's not financial advice. Oh, you know what? Make up your own mind. You know what? Download Webull, get your 5 free stocks, and then invest in whatever you want. The link is below. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you're new. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.